Hi, welcome to the Todd and Debra Show. This is episode 44.
It turns out we've got viewers that aren't geezers. I mean,
Right.
We're geezers and
Right.
we aim towards geezers with our show, but we've been getting a lot of emails and comments from young people asking us questions.
Yeah, looking to us for advice.
Which is scary. The
Very
thought
scary.
right there, yeah. But thank you guys for watching. It's a pleasant surprise to discover you're out there and to get your emails too. Thanks. It turns out there are some folks who are a little frightened of the thought of getting older.
Right. And about their relationships getting older.
That's the main point. Yeah, they're like, how do you stay so like you have fun together and you still enjoy being together? And I guess there's the fear that the older you get, especially when it comes to how looks change. What? Looks change? Now we find out.
I know.
Like, how can you guys still be attracted to each other? And now I'm thinking more about their questions. How can you guys still be attracted to each other?
I know the way we
What's
look.
up with that?
And we should say, like we do, we're not definitely, we're not experts in this area.
We're not experts.
That's right.
So many shocks today.
And I think the other thing that everybody's got to realize is that we too have our moments.
I mean, there's the whole, physical aspect of how do you stay in a relationship so long and still just want to be with each other all the time. But, I guess as you get older,
Yeah.
maybe even tempers are more easily charged, do
Yeah.
you think? So how do you deal with it? And what's the secret?
Well, I think one of the big things is my famous 20-year rule. Basically, think about what's happening and consider its effect 20 years from now. And if it really doesn't have a terrible effect on you 20 years from now, then it's probably not worth worrying about.
Some stuff that you're frizzing about might actually matter, 20 minutes from now, if it's a really big deal. Some of it might even matter 20
Right.
months from now or
Right.
20 years from now, but it would have to be a really big issue, like health-wise, or just a huge decision for it to really matter 20 years from now. With that perspective, you're able to realize when you're in the heat of worrying about something or fussing about something, wait a minute, this is so stupid. Because this doesn't really matter in the overall, spectrum.
Humor is a big thing, I think.
How is it that you're able to still enjoy being together? It's humor, because we maybe find humor in too much stuff. Do you think? Is there such a thing?
Well, possibly.
Even some of the most tragic moments, and I'm speaking for a whole family here, actually. I don't know what's wrong with us. We're just weird.
Tracy.
But we find humor even in the, the car breaking down, even awful health things, whatever. Somewhere there's going to be a spark of humor. Leave it to us to find it. But I do feel like that gets people through.
Right.
Whatever
Right.
works for you. You know what? Find your thing. That's what I guess. When you get old, try to find your thing. I thought you had a thing. Well, I thought you had a thing. No, sorry. You know what I'm talking about. It might not be humor for your relationship, but for us and our family anyway, that's what powers us through.
I think challenging yourselves as a couple too is important. That's something we've done. I mean, we definitely have not sat down on our duffs and not done crazy things. Like, we started a YouTube show. We've moved from the East Coast to the West Coast. We've changed jobs. As a couple, has challenged us as a couple, but I think it's been exciting and has kept us moving as a couple a lot more effectively.
And maybe, again, that's not your thing. Maybe that would be frightening to some folks. I'm not
Right.
going to pull up stakes
Right.
and move across the country, but we love to try new things. And maybe that's part of what keeps everything
Right.
kind of just, regenerating all the time. A really big one to me, honesty in a relationship. And that does get a little more challenging as you get older because there's more
Yeah.
stuff going on physically. I think you have to be able to feel the love strongly enough for me to say, Todd, you said you would tell me if you saw hairs popping out of my face so I could take care of them. And I feel like you're not telling me that there's hairs.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
Todd goes,
yeah,
wait a
those
minute, let me
hairs.
get the magnifying glass. That's one thing. Eyesight. In the CVS, I was looking for brown eyeliner because that's what I get, liquid brown eyeliner, and I thought I had it. And it wasn't until many weeks later, after I was weirded out by a bunch of people coming up to me like saying, oh man, I really dig your eyeliner. I looked at the bottle out in the sunlight because in the CVS, light it didn't show, but I've been wearing bright purple eyeliner. And you just thought, I guess, that I had
You're
like an
changing your look.
So be honest with each other. I really depend on this dude to say to me, whoa, do you have something else you could wear? So
Do things together. Don't do things separately.
Oh, what a good point. And, we walk every day, like several miles a day, and we'll run across other folks who say, you guys always are holding hands when I see you. Well, you know what it is? We have to,
Hands?
I think it's just that we're trying to hold each other up because,
could be.
here we are closing in on 70. We're in our seventh decade. And I think not being embarrassed about stuff. Sometimes people hold back because they think, well, this is going to be goofy, whatever. And I can speak for me anyway, that I don't worry about doing goofy stuff. What about you, Todd?
No, I don't.
Goofy
20-year
one.
rule.
20-year rule. Will it really matter? One last thing. Listen to the song by James Taylor called The Secret of Life. The recurring theme in there, try not to try too hard. It's just a lovely ride. I think we mean well, but a lot of times we try so hard to make stuff work. It's almost like drawing something with a pencil, and if you're pressing down really hard, you're just going to break the lead and ruin everything.
Yep.
But if you just let things flow, I'm getting carried away here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't break your partner's lead.
There you go. We should write a book. Thank you guys
That's
so
the
much
title,
for
right?
watching. That's it. See you next time.
Bye-bye.